some money. I need that. Hit them with the not the crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them to opposition. Move on.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet. A second spin. Freeman with a fast feet. And all the way down to the 29. A big run there by Freeman. 46 yards on the ground. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby. Let's go. We got 3. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready? 20, 20. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd down, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We're going. Let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
For the Falcons coming onto the field here, they're getting ready for that Thursday night opener against the Eagles on September 6th. Their preseason slate, well, not that great, 0-4. But, look, I don't think that that's indicative of how good of a team this is.
I would agree with that, and I don't think they're concerned about it. When you're a good franchise, good organization, you don't care as much about your record in the preseason. To me, their season comes down to how well does their defense play. And they've continued to improve it. Tack McKinley now will start at defensive end. They've got to get Vic Beasley going again, rushing the quarterback at another end. Deion Jones in the middle is a heck of a playmaker, but I think their MVP on defense this year will be their safety, Keanu Neal.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Hey, express! Wait!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Coleman now. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan flushed out right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Well, we peer ahead to the Minnesota Vikings' early season schedule. After a 3-1 preseason, they will start it out by hosting the 49ers, and then they go to Green Bay. That's an interesting Week 2 matchup. But what are you thinking of the Vikings? Obviously, high expectations.
High expectations, and they're not shy about facing them, and they're also not shy about making some changes in hopes of getting over the hump and getting to the Super Bowl. New quarterback in Kirk Cousins. Dalvin Cook comes back off of injury to reassume the lead running back role. And on the defensive side of the ball, they acquired Sheldon Richardson from Seattle, hoping he'll get back to his Pro Bowl level. He's on a one-year contract, so he's betting on himself. Oh, and by the way, they actually changed out the punter in preseason as well. This team is aiming for the Super Bowl.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Well, as we look back to the final week of the preseason and the roster cuts, that final day of roster cuts, a lot of noise was made. The biggest noise, though, Khalil Mack moving to the Windy City.
That's one that, let's look at it from Chicago's perspective. A young team growing, building on both offense and defense, and it's a city that loves defense. They love their linebackers. Khalil Mack being added to that group, that's just a win-win for them. Now you flip it over to Oakland. I never thought they'd let Khalil Mack go. I thought they'd figure out a way to get it done, but somehow, during the contract negotiations, everything broke down, and they decided to save that money, and they'll put it elsewhere in their roster.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing, Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Lets it fly for Treadwell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Get up!
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Bowman, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 13 yards that time at a first. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
There we go.
Freeman again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Tats and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, that sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bellin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. Bought the game, All brand new chain. Ice, swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Whip that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring the. Don't want no. They pull up with that. It's times 3. It's times 3. That's how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, good hurdle. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Kevin White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Buying time to his left. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They're running for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has. Able to play the run and the pass so well.
And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Easy. Ready. Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 41 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down.
18.
On first down, Trubisky fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Red, up. 18.
Now it's Trubisky. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Howard all alone in the backfield on second and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. steps away, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for the Saints. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a pitch out to Kamara. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Toward the pylon, caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come out here in the eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Bree's going to sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, partner, the last couple weeks I've been asking you about the favorites in each division, and we talked about Super Bowl predictions and all that, but what about a team from each side that might surprise us a little bit this year?
Well, the one I'm going to start with in the AFC shouldn't be a surprise when you look at who they have returning from injury, and that's the Houston Texans. They were running the AFC South for a while when everyone was healthy and J.J. Watt was getting to the quarterback. Now Deshaun Watson returns, and they're an entirely different team with him at quarterback. On the NFC side, I know a lot of people looking at the Bears, and rightly so. I love them as a trendy pick. But I'm going to take one where people are saying maybe they're a 5-win team. I don't believe that for a second. The Seattle Seahawks. I think they will surprise people and contend in the NFC West.
Now Trubisky on first down. Being chased out left. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. Want to make a quick pivot here for a second to get your MVP predictions going into week 1 of this season. Do you have Rodgers, Brady, Wentz, Brees, or is it somebody kind of off the radar a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a Russell Wilson because the offense runs through him now in Seattle, and quarterbacks always get the first look. But I'm going with a running back, Todd Gurley, Los Angeles Rams. I think he's a threat for 1,000 yards on the ground and 1,000 yards through the air. He's that type of a player.
So you're going Gurley. What about Deshaun Watson? Any shot there?
Certainly. Look at the numbers last year. When he played, they averaged over 30 points per game when he was the starter. When he didn't play, those numbers fell off in a big way.
Now Brees. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, It is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger or maybe an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st down, Breeze forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, got it, ready.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready, you're waiting.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Breeze now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Breeze now to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Breeze now on 1st down. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Ready, son. We're waiting. Easy.
Toss play, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from the 20. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Leaping over him. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the right side, this is Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, gives us a chance to get Charles Super Bowl picks. We've done this the last couple years going into week 1. Who do you have this season?
That wouldn't surprise anyone at all for Philadelphia and New England to do it again, this time in Atlanta. But I think it's going to be a couple of different teams out of both divisions. All right, both conferences, I should say. I think coming out of the NFC, I really like Atlanta. Wow. I think they're going to get back to the Super Bowl again. At the AFC, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh. And ultimately, I'm taking Atlanta to hoist the trophy.
And you know where the Super Bowl is this year.
It is in Atlanta. The first time ever we're going to have a home team win in their home stadium.
You heard it here first. Trubisky to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Let's make a quick pivot here to revisit a topic from the last couple of weeks. We've been discussing, well, which rookie starters are going to be in there week 1. It appears to be only one right now, Sam Darnold of New York, correct?
That sounds correct based on what we've heard from the different teams. All of them have made their announcements and their proclamations about their starter, and Sam Darnold's going to get the ball to begin. But for me, it's how long will he remain the only rookie starter? I don't know if it would be terribly long. I look in Buffalo, I think Josh Allen will get his shot fairly early. I look in Arizona, I think Josh Rosen the same, depending on how their teams come out of the gate. And at some point, Baker Mayfield will play this year for the Cleveland Browns.
Seems to be more pressure each year on these franchises to get the rookies in there early, doesn't it?
It certainly does. When you spend that type of draft capital, that type of money, we don't wait nearly as long. And the good coaching staffs meet these kids halfway with what they did in college and turn them loose in the NFL.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. Again's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going up top for Miller. It's caught inside the 25.
Come on, gotta go.
A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 15 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Here's Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Easy. Ready. You ready? Got it.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Breeze leads this one with Kamara, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Breeze going to throw here. Steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You're good. 5-4, ready. Ready. You ready? Kill. Got it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Go. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flush to his right. That is caught by Cohen. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, 18.
On second down, Trubisky. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you...
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bet on bet. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, no man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got lurking and they hate cats. pockets, they fat. I got the from the block and they screaming, they know what Banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what Tank's at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my
time to take to the field. Show them what you got. The Solo contains information on the challenge you are about to face.
10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the... I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the... I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle.
Welcome to Madden Ultimate Team and your first solo challenge. Your goal in this challenge is to put points on the board, score a touchdown or a field goal to beat this challenge, and earn a new quarterback to put in your lineup. So the 49ers, they're getting set to go on offense. 1st and 10. They run. It's Oliver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Congratulations on winning your first solo challenge and, of course, earning a new quarterback. Put him in your lineup to improve your team. Continue your Ultimate Team experience in the campaign preseason, which can be found in the Solo Challenges menu.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on you, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, tag on, I got it in the bag, man, getting all type of cash on my general crew, I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that, I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the, I told him to, like them in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it, I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, keep me up on the podium. something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch, coming in the bed with 2 dark teeth, and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out to anywhere. Tell them they don't need nothing. Yup, like and the can't go enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text. So I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you died to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like a Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. I'm Mike Brown, getting down with a on me and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they done told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk, they roll by the car lot when bought it. Caught case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give a dip. I live that they rapping back, caring them back what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. Odd formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left. Hup.
We to the man, Atlanta head cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stunt till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah. For the love of the bankroll, keep it busy. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If the one thing I want, that it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top till I move over. Modern day Tupac in a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge a steady ducking clown. We chase the meal so we can butt that down. Top, but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real boy veteran. Boy academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what I kept. Trap music, all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you ask stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music, all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again.
Welcome to the preseason. To get warmed up, we're going to practice some rushing plays. To beat this challenge, rush for at least 5 total yards in 3 or fewer plays. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run again with Ajayi. Runs through the contact. Just bowling over tacklers. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Congratulations on beating this challenge and earning some coins. Save up enough coins and you can buy packs from the store or players from the auction house. Next up, passing practice. See you back on the field.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never do anybody, but I got something to do with it. I got this grease on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
Welcome back. This time we're going to do some passing practice. Challenges like this one offer multiple ways to beat it. On this drive, you must either complete 3 passes or pass for a touchdown. Remember, if you ever forget what the conditions are for beating a challenge, you can just pause the game and view them under challenge goals. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They call it a gain at 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Great job. Now, of course, solo challenges are not always this easy, and the next challenge will give you 2 conditions that must be completed in order to win.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the